got asked over the weekend by a listener, hey, Matt, what's going on with the Tiger Stadium turf project? We know that after the season they had begun this project to basically redo the entire playing surface at Tiger Stadium, and I thought, I have no idea how it's going. Let me find out. So Emmett David's good enough to join us, Senior Associate AD out at LSU, in charge of facilities and project development. Emmett, thanks for the time. How are you, sir?
Doing wonderful, Matt. Thank you for the opportunity.
It's our pleasure, and we appreciate you for taking a couple of minutes. Let me start first and foremost, if we could go back and just sort of move chronologically. For those that don't know what's being done, can you take us back to basically what caused the need for the project that's Tiger Stadium is undergoing right now?
Well, Matt, over the years, since like we do a Bayou Country Superfest, after those concerts, we actually come in and replace the top surface, or the sod, if you will. Well, since 1991, we've never gone as deep and as a thorough replacement as we're doing this year. So roughly 5 years ago, we went through the state capital outlay process and was approved by our legislature to proceed forward with a capital project, which is over any project over $500,000. This project's a $2.6 million project, and we went to engineering selection. We were geared up and ready to go. It takes roughly about 4 to 5 years to plan this. The funds were placed in a reserve account for this field replacement. And over time, what happens, the field becomes so compacted. We knew that we needed to change the profile of this soil and turf. So we virtually, after going through engineering process, we were geared and ready to go November of 2019. And after our last home football game on December 1st, our contractor hit the site, ran hard. We've had great weather. This is probably one of the cleanest projects we've ever had. We've not hit a utility. We've had hardly any undisclosed conflicts that we had to work around. The contractor is keeping us abreast daily, if you will. And it's been a very smooth project. And the scope of the work, we actually mucked down or went down 18 inches from that grass turf that you normally see from up in the stadium down, pulled all this old soil, all the old drainage pipe, and replaced with new drainage and a new profile. And that profile consists of a capillary barrier of limestone, gravel, rock, fabric, and then a sand topping. And that's virtually where we are right now. We're putting a sand topping and a controlled fill, getting ready in about 3 weeks. On May 4, 5, 6, we'll bring in a engineered sod, if you will. The best product, if we had been pinched for time, we would have laid sod like you do in your yard. This sod that we buy is a engineered centipede. It is since we do have time and we're not pushed and the weather's worked for us, we're going to actually sprig. It's a washed sprig, which means the soil that was on that piece of sod is no longer there, and so it's a more intense and less to disease and other things, and it's a pure sod that's going down, so it's a sprig process.
Got it. And
we are going to grow in between May 5, 6, all the way to August 1st in anticipation of our first home game in September.
Am I oversimplifying it? And this is some, I guess, video that the contractor posted that we're kind of looking at what's going on at the field for those watching us. Am I oversimplifying it to say that there's space between the sod and the actual bottom? I never knew that there was actually something under. So the need for the project was for better drainage, essentially. Am I oversimplifying it?
Matt, that's a great question. So yes, it's a pretty simple concept. So all this stadium, when we catch a heavy 2.5-inch rain, rolls down into the bowl, if you will, and that we do have some catchment systems around the grandstands itself, but some actually roll to the field. And then what hits the field in a 2.5-inch rain in an hour is very impactful. So this lower profile we just talked about of the gravel, limestone, sand actually acts like a bladder. And we are now able to control and hold a lot more water than we have in days past. So when we get that 2-inch rain at 6 o'clock before a 7 o'clock kick, we're going to have no impact now. We're going to
Crazy.
be able to hold that water underground until the drainage systems, Baton Rouge is fairly flat until we can drain downstream and then take the water off.
Emmett David is with us. He's Senior Associate AD out at LSU in charge of facilities and project development. You mentioned $2.6 million. I'm sure people are going, wait a minute, everything's shutting down right now. What's going on? Were you spending $2 million to redo the field?
Well, you have to keep your eyes focused on the future. If you're not moving forward and standing still, that's not a good position to be in. And it's like with our football ops facility. We built the best. Our gymnastics, we built the best in anticipation for our student athletes. This is all for our student athletes. That new soil, sod, turf being placed will give our athletes a safer environment to play on. It's cushioned, and it is the right environment. And speaking of that, at football ops, our field number 3 was an artificial turf field. It was 10 years old, and the UV components virtually degrade with the sun hitting it, and we replaced it. And so at the same time, that project moved forward through the Tiger Athletic Foundation. Not one state dollar went to Field 3 replacement. Those were philanthropic dollars that the Tiger Athletic Foundation assisted the athletic department in having placed down. That new field number 3, synthetic turf, because we do play on its other arenas that have artificial turf, it's the best. It has a shock pad. It has a fibrous topping on it that now it's actually about 20 degrees cooler than the old turf systems that you would have. That's big. In lieu of being 110 degrees on a September 15th practice day, it's now going to be about 98 degrees. That's a big difference.
Wow, that is a huge difference. So not only the field playing surface at Tiger Stadium, but also the I'm not sure everyone knows that, Emmett. So at the Ponderosa, the practice facility, there's 4 full-length football fields, and one of them is turf. And so basically they replaced that turf as well. So, and just to clarify, the $2.6 million for the Tiger Stadium project, that was already accounted for before the shutdown, right?
That's correct.
Got it.
So we've been planning that for virtually 5 years.
Got it.
The funds were placed in a reserve in accounts in anticipation. Of course, you don't spend all 2.6 the day you award. It bleeds down. Again, we started in December, and every month the contractor has a draw request, and the architect or the engineers have a draw request, and we draw that $2.6 million now.
Just making sure, because I know people are going to ask. I want to make sure that they understand that this isn't a new thing that's being drawn during these times. A couple of more. Has the COVID-19 shutdown, you said this project's gone so smoothly, has it limited anything, or do you anticipate this shutdown limiting any of this progress?
Not at all, Matt.
Okay.
Our contractors they practice. We have safety protocols. We try not to, if you're working elbow to elbow with a shovel, yes, there are protocols, but we have hand wash stations. We try not to get into a group when you're eating lunch. You spread out, and you do the same protocol you're doing at the grocery store. Stay 6 to 15 feet away from everybody, and just good practices. I mean, we still have construction projects that are going to proceed, and we still will anticipate having classes in football and basketball and all in the fall. We have to look forward to that. We can't stand still and wait.
Emmett David, Senior Associate AD in charge of facilities and project development out at LSU. So obviously those 2 projects, is there anything going on, any other projects going on campus that we're not aware of?
Well, there is I call it a smaller project. There is a project at the Cox Academic Center for Athletes in which we are increasing the number of tutorial stations. We actually start construction today. We bid the project 2 weeks ago through the Tiger Athletic Foundation. Again, philanthropic dollars, no state dollars for that. And we are increased the number of our tutorial stations, and it's a 2-step process because the demolition is happening now, and things happen for a reason. There's no students in the building right now, so we're pushing really fast and hard to do the demolition, the noisy work, so that in June, when we start the new work right after the summer sessions, we're in June and July, August, we'll go back with the new construction and try to get out without little impact to the other study areas.
and here's hoping June, July, and then into August we got students on campus. That would be a great sign for all of us moving forward if that's the case.
Amen, Matt. That's what we want.
Yes, sir. Emmett David, Senior Associate AD out at LSU, charge of facilities and project development. I appreciate a couple of minutes today. Thanks so much.
Thank y'all, Matt. Appreciate y'all very much.